We like a little early, but it should be fine, right? Be fine. Man, I got a question. I know we're like leading into the stream. We have another 4 minutes, so I'm gonna use that 4 minutes to ask a question. Does console gaming like this? The console wars, do they seem worse to anybody this go around? Is that just me? Because it feels worse. Like it feels like going into the PS4, Xbox One generation, the console wars just weren't as bad. Maybe because Microsoft fans kind of knew Microsoft wasn't like Xbox. Maybe Xbox fans kind of knew Microsoft really wasn't hitting on much of shit, and then they weren't doing themselves any favors. They were kind of screwing themselves like over and over. They would make all these goofy moves, like these goofy PR moves, and Sony was not making those moves. So for the most part, everybody was just like, "Yeah, Sony's better," and we move it on. But I guess this time around, and by the way, when I say that, even though I've been a Sony fan since 1998 or whatever, I can take an objective viewpoint, which is why I'm saying this next thing. It's a little more even now, right? Like things are a little more even. Where my hot tub holes, there's another a section for that. The hot tub holes. That's a whole different other section. How you doing, Keen? How's the day treating you? But yeah, like it just feels like Xbox and Sony are a little closer this time around at the start of the gen. Like right now, PS5 is firmly in the lead, but you can tell like with the moves that Microsoft is making that they're much better positioned this time around. Like last gen, they weren't positioned well at all, and it really was just Halo, Forza, Gears, and that was it. And yeah, you got a couple of other IPs in there, but they weren't like most of them weren't major hits. But I guess this time around, because things are a little more like even, and because Microsoft is definitely positioning themselves well, Sony isn't positioning themselves poorly at all. They're doing amazing. So I guess the evenness of it has brought out console wars from both sides in a way that I didn't see last gen, and that's weird. Maybe it's just me. Like maybe I missed the console wars last gen. I thought that was some shit we left back in 2009, 2010. But apparently not. Apparently everybody wants to like go back and forth and argue and be like, man, if you an Xbot or whatever, or you like a Sony pony, which is the silliest thing I've ever heard, but whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want to see good games. Now the game's got to do the talking. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely where we're at now. Like, Sony has their games lined up, and we kind of see what they have planned. And with E3 coming in just a few, like 2 weeks, really. Like, let's see. So not this weekend. 3 weekends from now. Not that long at all. 16 days. Within 16 days, Microsoft and Bethesda's game showcase is happening. And then what's going to happen there is we get to see the fruits of their labors. Like Microsoft has been buying companies for 3-4 years now, 4 or 5 years now, since like 2017. They've been snapping up companies one after the other. They bought a big company. They bought a publisher in Bethesda. So I would assume they're gonna have some bangers at this next at their game showcase. I'm always excited. Typically their game showcases are more third party. Hopefully this time it's first party. Anyway, enough of talk about console wars. Let's get a look at Horizon. This game looks gorgeous. Every environment I've seen thus far looks amazing. Just like jaw-dropping. And I love how creative they're getting with like their ruined futuristic type setting. They're getting even more creative than they were in 2017, and that can only bode well for Horizon fans. What do y'all think? Y'all think it's PS4 and PS5 or just a PS5 game?
Hi everyone, my name is Matthijs de Jonge. I'm the game director on Horizon Forbidden West. Last year we revealed our ambitious new project, and since then the team has continued to make great progress on the development of the game. We are very excited and honored to give you an update in this state of play. And in the countdown video leading up to this moment, you have already seen glimpses of the Forbidden West. But now we have something truly special for you. Almost 14 minutes of gameplay captured on PlayStation 5. And you don't have to wait any minute of gameplay captured on PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And you don't have to wait any longer. Let's get right to it.
Because there was like a delay between his, like the audio and him, the audio and the video. But then like the video skipped for like half a second, and then that.
Easy, easy. It's okay. You're safe now. Here.
I wonder if they're gonna lean in more to like
What
the
happened?
RPG elements.
Where's Erend?
Ambush. Ruins are crawling with raiders. They hit our camp hard. We ran and they chased us down. Aaron was away from camp. Scouting. I bet he's still out there.
What was left?
Raiders got machines on their side. Claw Striders. You should go after Aaron. If they find him before you do, who knows what they'll do to him.
No, you're injured. I have to...
Don't worry about me. I'll make my own way out. Get going.
Okay.
Yeah.
That man is not gonna make it. It's probably over with for him. Oh my God.
What are raiders doing in these ruins? I hope Erend is okay.
Y'all see this? Like, what? They gotta let you get, like... They gotta let you have, like, a companion animal, like a companion machine animal. Like, permanently. And then you can just, like, pick which one you want. And it just comes with you for the rest of the game. Not just like modular, where it's just like, yeah, for like this section. Oh crap. Chainsaw. Oh!
Riding machines?
Well, maybe you can do that.
It's not good. Better be careful. There might be more.
Oh, your own Liger Zero? Hey, with the Zoids reference. Yeah, man, exactly.
Another one.
Okay, so you better get the fuck out the way.
Heaven's
Ooh.
get clear. That was close. I can't shake up.
And what I remember in the original game is that it got to a point where you could just like
We go.
easily fight monsters of this size.
Or maybe I can lose him in here.
I don't think you can lose them.
These guys won't give up.
I think you gotta fight them anyway. Okay.
Way out is down.
Aren't there monsters under the ground or like machines under sea?
More machines. Better go under.
Oh my god. I'm glad that Subnautica exists. I just really feel like Undersea has been like unfairly maligned because we haven't been able to design any good underwater levels. There's so much potential there.
Oh, don't blame me.
How on earth is that safer? I'd be terrified. I'd rather fight those monsters above. At least I belong up there.
Current's strong here.
I have friends, okay? And not just the ones you slaughtered. But when they come looking for me, there's gonna be trouble.
I don't know why you're talking all this
Trouble.
stuff.
You guys wouldn't be laughing if I had my hammer. Enough! Get moving!
Seems like we get set up for a set.
I gotta help Erend and deal with that tremor tusk.
Now we have two gifts for Regala. A tremor tusk and a loudmouth Oseram.
Which one's uglier?
Move to camp. Make it look like bandits were here. Then we'll head for the old bridge and meet up with the others.
Will do.
Yeah, got it.
This must be Erend's camp. Raiders made short work of it.
Filthy Oseram.
Dead. What a way to go.
I'm gonna take you out.
How did he hear you? Like the first kill was a stealth kill.
You think you can hurt me?
Nice.
Yeah, I do.
So they added a little more customization to like the long range and short range weapon. I like that.
All right, back to the hunt.
Also, fucking wrecked. Dude got fucking wrecked.
Raiders said they were heading for the old bridge. Maybe I can cut them off. Better get to higher ground, find a way.
Yeah, it was hella flashy. I like that. Like you gotta add some flair now that you've built out the universe a little bit.
There's the bridge. I think I know a way to get there fast.
Whoa! What? She has gotten a lot more tech. I like it.
Gotta be careful.
I do wish they just let you fly, but I get how that can be a problem for games like this. Presents its own design challenges. RPG definitely benefits from Flash. Yeah, I know, right?
That should do it.
I don't know how much. I don't know if they toned down the RPG elements more though.
Help's on the way, Erend.
Aloy?
Hey, bro, don't blow it.
Aloy! Watch out!
I mean, she's seen that. So boss like this.
Aaron, stay put! I'll handle this!
I have her!
Got ya!
Man down!
Fire cannon!
Oh no!
Gotta keep moving.
Bring us around!
Taking course! Fire now!
That must have hurt.
Fire!
Yeah, that thing is not playing around.
Fall back!
I have to stay ahead of it.
All right, this is literally Zoids now.
Gotta slow
It
you
definitely
down.
is Zoids. I was just about to say how much like Zoids it was. Like it feels like it's just action figures brought to life. That was always the trick, like you had to knock off. But usually the pieces, you knocked out the right ones and gave you weapons.
Time to hit back.
There we go. Get out the way, I'm glad you did. Yo, this increased verticality is fire. That part less fire.
Oh, didn't like that, did you?
Time to finish this.
Aloy!
Now, I like how they built it up and then she just basically made light
You
work.
see me?
It was just like
Now you
a
bet.
couple arrows, you know.
I owe you another one.
Come on.
Monster Hunter meets Uncharted meets Breath of the Wild. That's a good way to describe it.
But this time, I have a present for you. Oh. I found it anyway. Huh? What'd you send me for? Right before the Raiders got me.
You did good. Now, let's see where this thing will take us.
Was that like the opening mission? It seemed like it.
You always said a storm was coming.
Yeah. And it's almost here.
All right, give us the release date.
So there you have it, the first gameplay footage from Horizon Forbidden West running on PlayStation 5. We hope you are as excited about it as we are. While we have you here, we would like to spotlight some of the new elements you have just seen in our gameplay capture.
That's what I was
And to
hoping
help
for.
with that, please welcome Ben McCaw, Narrative Director on Horizon Forbidden West.
Thanks, Matthijs, and hello to all our viewers. Horizon Forbidden West is set 1,000 years in Earth's future after a global catastrophe. People live on in primitive tribes, but they're no longer the dominant species. Giant, animal-like machines now roam the land, and they are extremely dangerous. The machines aren't the only threat in the Forbidden West. A strange red blight is spreading across the land, and it won't be long before it strangles all life. Aloy, our hero, is the only one who can stop the
Man,
blight.
Ted Farrow
But to
fucked
do
everything
that,
up,
she and her
didn't
companions will have to comb through the ruins of the old world to find the technology they need. In this quest, Aloy has sent her loyal friend Erend into the remains of San Francisco to find a crucial piece of technology. Erend encounters raiders from a rebel faction of the Tenakth tribe. They are vicious fighters, but even worse, they've acquired the power to override machines. To rescue Erend, Aloy winds up fighting them, but first, she must cross the ruins to reach their camp.
We face a lot of obstacles as we traverse the ruins of San Francisco. To overcome them, we've given Aloy some great new tools. Using the focus scanner, you can highlight spots that allow free climbing anywhere in the open world. The pullcaster speeds up climbing and can get you quickly out of trouble. The shield wing allows you to safely descend from great heights or surprise enemies from above. With the diving mask, you can stay submerged as long as you like and take your time to plan a path around amphibious machines or boost through strong underwater currents. And to speed up overland travel, a variety of machines can be overridden and used as mounts or in combat. Combat in Horizon Forbidden West puts a strong emphasis on tactics and player choice. For close-range combat, the spear is an excellent option. There's a range of combos that have different uses and effects. Valor Surges add a unique set of special abilities, one of which can be used to knock back nearby enemies. The spear can be charged to create a high damage effect that can take down even the stronger enemies. A wide array of different weapons is quickly accessible via the weapon wheel. A slingshot with adhesive grenades to temporarily stall machines. Bows with arrows that can strip armor and expose weak spots. A powerful launcher that fires spikes that explode on impact. Smoke bombs that temporarily blind enemies. Or you can pick up weapons shot off from machines. The full game has many more unique weapons, and each of them can be upgraded on a workbench, but more on that another time.
You already gave
The
us
player will
hella
need to be
weapons in this.
smart and creative and use all of the combat options we have shown to deal with a large variety of deadly machines. Sunwings in the sky, Claw Striders and Tremor Tusks on land, Stepmaws in the water, even the seemingly harmless burrowers that you saw briefly swim by. They are all dangerous, and even more so when overridden by human rebels.
We've only scratched the surface of the rebel threat, as Aloy will fight them in many forms throughout the game. And to defeat them, she must explore the open world to uncover the secret behind their power, and how that secret is related to her quest to stop the Blight. And this is just one of the mysteries she will unravel as her journey through the Forbidden West takes many twists and turns.
It's time to wrap it up. We will have more updates closer to launch, and everyone here at Guerrilla can't wait for you to experience the full game.
When is the
Thank
launch?
you for watching.
Wow. Wow. They didn't even put a year to it. That's... I don't know, like, it could, like, there was some theories that this would come out in September, right? I hate that they did that, because now it forces me to be like this, but... Yeah, there were theories that this was going to come out in September, but now I don't know, because it just... Like, we already didn't think God of War Ragnarok was going to come out this year. They said that it was. I think they said that it was last year, but, like, I never really believed that, and nobody ever should have. So, I don't know, like, but this, I felt like it could have made this year. But with them not showing a year, never mind, like, a month or, like, Q3 or any of that, they didn't even show a year. I saw, like, I've seen some people talk about, like, yeah, they're probably not going to show a year. They'll just show you some gameplay and be like, yeah, we can't wait to show you more and move on. And that's exactly what they did, and I'm in shock. I wonder if this was another game that's a victim of, like, what I'm gonna start calling the pandemic pushback, where like you had this pandemic stuff all go on like for everybody, where everybody had to work from home, and that requires you to like work on older builds, or like it takes you forever to like upload the newest build or download the build. Like that takes time, and it makes your work slower. And while America is starting to go back to work, that's not necessarily the case for a lot of other countries. Like America spit their way out of the problem, and other countries are just like still struggling along, and they still have to be at home, and they're still under lockdown. Like everybody doesn't have that where they can just go back to work. So it's entirely possible, especially for a studio like Guerrilla Games, which is more global, that they are still working under that work from home type order. I don't know, but what I do know is that when you have that problem of being at home, it slows your work down. And if they got slowed down, I could see them having to push this game back from 2021 into 2022, or maybe they don't know what the release date is. Like a lot of times a game comes together in the last 12 months. And up to that point, people are like, we don't know if this game's gonna be good, if it's gonna be trash, if it's gonna be a buggy mess. Like, we don't know. And then it's in those last, 12, 8, 6 months where you like go, okay, it feels like a cohesive product. And maybe that's where they're at. Maybe they're in that state where they're like, we don't know. And better to not say a release date than to say one and then have to push it back, right? But what makes me think, okay, this is almost definitely, and yeah, Keem, you're right, this game does have a presence. Like, it's so unique. Like, visually, the inspirations that it has, it's not that you haven't seen them before, you just haven't seen them combined in this way and with this level of skill. So the game just looks gorgeous in a way, and gorgeous and like different. It feels like a different experience. That's why when people were like, oh, it's the same as any other open world game, I'm like, yeah, kinda, but like you can't get this experience anywhere else. Yeah, the gameplay is gonna be the same, but like, I don't know, like I'm not so obsessed with gameplay that I feel like you can't change the way that the game feels and make me want to buy your game by changing the set. Like, if you change the setting and you give me a unique character and a unique story, that can be enough to pull me in without necessarily having to have like revolutionize the gameplay. That's just me though. But yeah, I do like a lot of what they did. As far as let's just get in there, like, because this is ridiculous. I do like a lot of what we're seeing here. Like, one thing I really loved is the focus now shows you what you can climb and what you can't. And I'm not sure if that was in the last game or not. I don't think it was. But like, I know for a fact that like in a lot of video games now, what you have is very clear markers, like everything's chalked out to show you can climb this, or maybe like everything's one color, but the thing that you can climb is like maybe everything's like gray on a wall, and then the one thing you can climb is red, and you know that you can use that. And this gives you a gameplay explanation, as opposed to it being like, we're gonna change the way the game world looks just for the sake of the player. It's like, no, we're gonna give you an in-game reason for that. And I like that. That's pretty cool. I loved even more of the increased verticality that they added, as far as like, okay, you can jet around with the like, I forget what they called it. It looked like a bat rope, basically. You can jet around with the bat rope, and you can glide down, which I imagine you can use to like kill things from above, like the storm shield, I think they called it. Like, you can kill things from above with that. That's pretty cool. The rebel forces, I don't know how much that's gonna play into things. I do think it would be interesting if Aloy were to run across someone who is better aware of what humanity lost. If you didn't play Horizon, well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like, there was a super advanced technology, and then like someone screwed up and resulted in the creation of this world. And it makes me wonder, like, maybe there could be something or a group that survived and were able to live through the initial, like, everything's being wiped out. I think it's called the Zero Dawn plan. Everything, like, maybe there's a group that survived that and they're around, and they naturally would be able to take advantage of this society way better than even Aloy could. So that'd be interesting, but I don't know if that's where they're going to go with the story. But as a game, like, this looks fascinating, but it does make me wonder if this is not their fall game, what is their fall game? Because they could have, if they had meant to have it be the fall game and they knew for certain it was going to be the fall game, they would have said that. They would have said fall 2022, but they didn't say anything. And so that raises the question of, do they know whether or not it's going to come out, and or are they just like, we're not sure, so we'll just push it, like we just won't say anything, and maybe 3 months down the line in September, well, not September, maybe 3 months, maybe 2 months down the line in July, when they do their when they do their full E3, because as far as I know, Sony's E3 or whatever their E3 equivalent is this summer, that's not going to be here. Like, that's not going to be in June. Or if it is, it's not going to be June 13th to 15th, like that little time period. From what I understand, Sony, like EA, wants their own little time slot, and they may not be at E3. And if they aren't, and if they're in July, maybe they want to save something, save the actual release date for July. That could be a thing that they do. And I mean, I understand, like, you want as much news coming out at your, future state of play or whatever you want to call it, like a proper, massive state of play, like a giant blowout thing. Maybe they want to just save that information. Personally, I think it would make more sense to just, I won't even say that. I won't say that it makes more sense. Like, this gameplay reveal was necessary, and it was timed perfectly well. Like, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart comes out on June, I think, 11th, either June 11th or June 14th, and then this is timed a couple of weeks before that. Like, look, you got Ratchet coming out, and then here's what you have to look forward to, and that's very smart planning. It like, you have your mind on one thing, but also have your eye towards the future, and that's good. Overall, this is a very good showing. They got in, they got out, they didn't waste a lot of your time. This whole thing was only 20 minutes, 19 minutes, like barely 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes. So I mean, like, that's ideal. Like, that's what you want. You want to get in, you want to get out. You don't want to waste the viewer's time, especially since it's not E3 yet, and this is only going to get worse or better depending on how much you like seeing games. It's only going to get worse as the time goes on. So I'm going to go ahead and call it on this. We will be back tomorrow, twice actually, because there's a Genshin Impact stream. They're doing 1.6, and I've played enough of Genshin Impact now that I can comment on whatever happens tomorrow. Now, how I balance that with whatever codes they release and wanting to get the codes, I don't know yet, but we will be back to cover the Genshin Impact event tomorrow at, I think, 11. I believe it's 11. Appreciate it, Keem. And then we'll be back later that night for the usual stream. We'll be playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So anyway, I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful Thursday night and a great Friday. See you next time.